We go. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am here with Charline Heal. Yay!
Hello.
and okay, we have conscious business services and opportunities. Hello. K Plus Staffing Solutions. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully, some more people will join in a few seconds. So, Charlene is a content creator, and I started following her on YouTube. And I just think she's just such a wonderful, interesting person, and she shares her knowledge with everybody, and she just emits so much warmth out into the world that I had to have her on my show.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You're making me so emotional. Like, that's exactly spot on. Like, so much warmth. Like, you know what you are and what you do. But when you hear someone else say it, it just,
Hmm.
it makes an impact. So thank you for recognizing and
Hmm.
appreciating what I do. Thank you.
So, why don't you go ahead and tell the people exactly what you do on your channel. Oops, sorry about that. Go ahead and tell people what you do on your channel right now.
That's quite all right. So okay, I have more than one channels on YouTube, but the one that I'm on to right now, Charlene Heal.
Hmm.
I started this because I was inspired to just bring my knowledge to the world. I look around me and there was so much devastation, so much negativity. There's a lot of positivity in the world, like we discussed last week, but it's never really fully highlighted on the news
Hmm.
or across the media like that. And I decided our platform, our world, it needs more joy. We need to
Hmm.
feel more love and more positive energy. And during the pandemic, I just felt pushed and inspired to start taking action and get on this platform and play my role, bring some
Hmm.
joy to the world. And I just wanted to share natural healing, to bring awareness as I share my journey and I invite others to come and heal and share with me. And the things that I learn, because I'm always learning. I'm a student of life.
Yeah.
So I'm always learning. And as I learn, I like to share what I've learned with others because I believe as a community, we can all come together and grow. I have some of the parts, you have some of the parts. But if we come together as a community and truly share without judgment, with just open mind, open heart, we're not judging one another because some things I say it might not fit you, or some things you say might not fit me. But if we could respect each other and just lovingly communicate, I believe we can all rise to a place where we can see a better world, not just for us, but for the generations to come. So,
Hmm.
long story short, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not satisfied with in this world that I've seen. And I just want to play my role. I believe that's why my soul is here right now to just help bring balance just by giving love and sharing knowledge, and everything else will fall into place. But just humbly and gratefully playing my role. So that's what Charlene Heal is about. And it's always open to whatever inspires me that I'm led to share. Like, I didn't plan on really doing the chakras, but for some reason, I was inspired to do it. And so many people were drawn to it that I kept doing a series on the different chakras in our bodies because we're not just physical beings, we're energy beings. So I like to say I'm a healer in different areas through words, through energies, and through medicine, herbal medicine. I believe in natural healing.
Hmm. Okay, for some people may not even know what a chakra is because I kind of halfway know. Go ahead and explain that. Go ahead and explain it to people like me.
Okay, absolutely. Not a problem. Well, you need to go look up my video that explains what a chakra is. For anybody else, you also need to go check that video out. But I'll give it to you in a nutshell. A chakra really is an energy point in your body. There's different energy points in your body, right? Like I just mentioned before, we're energy beings. We're not just physical. The most part of us is non-physical, unseen. And the chakras, it's like the spiritual or the energetic side of you or the invisible side of you that connects with the physical part of you. For instance, your heart chakra, it connects with your heart center. Your heart chakra is about love. It's your core chakra. It's about opening up, self-love and love for all. If that chakra is blocked, you may have heart problems in the physical sense. You may be experiencing high blood pressure. Anything that affects the heart area or the chest area might indicate you have a blocked heart chakra, for instance. And if you have problems like showing emotions or giving love or receiving for yourself or others, it also could mean you have a heart chakra. I encourage people go check out that chakra playlist. It's not very long, and I kind of like to just jump to the point because I don't always have a lot of time to do a long video. So they're short. If you have a short attention span like me, they're short, and they just jump right into it and explore other videos as well, not just mine, because because everyone might have something else to add to it that might just spark something in you to give you deeper understanding of what that is.
So, what are some of the subjects that you talk about on your site?
Okay. So far there's so much more that I want to share, just so you know. But so far I've covered the chakras. I've covered ways to heal your headaches naturally, ways to deal with seasonal allergies naturally, because I've experienced seasonal allergies before and it's
Mhm.
no joke. And I got so frustrated and so tired of the doctors saying that there's no cure for it or you can't heal. And I said to damn with it. I hope I could say that on the show. I'm sorry. Forgive me if
Go
I'm
ahead, girl.
not.
Go ahead, girl.
Okay. And I said, you know what? Forget this. There's nothing like an uncurable disease.
Mhm.
There's an uncurable person. So as you believe, so it is. So I started invoking my own powers within me based on the information that I started listening to. Bless you, Dr. Sevi. Thank you for the message that you left, the powerful information. Bless your soul. And I just started first believing that I can be healed. And then I started looking for the information that I need to heal naturally. And I found some things that worked and I shared that on my platform. And thank God, thank goodness, I no longer have allergies. However, if you slack off on what you're supposed to be doing, it's going to start coming back. And I have to admit, I started slacking off. And this year, I heard it was really bad, but I wasn't really affected, but I felt a little sneezy and a little something. So I'm like, okay, I need to get back on my healthy game. So that's some of the things I share. I also shared how to deal with grief, how to deal with losing. Well, I don't like to say losing, but how to deal with the passing of a loved one.
Mhm.
And I don't like to say losing because the spirit is eternal.
Mhm.
And, death, as we call it, it's just another phase, it's another cycle. And I have no quarrels with debt. And I probably mentioned that in that segment that I did. What I have a problem with is when we go before our time, and I know they say there's nothing like before your time, you die when you're supposed to, but when you think about it, there's a lot of diseases that's knocking people out. I don't think that's how the divine creator meant for us to live,
Mhm.
die in pain and misery and no. So I have a quarrel with that. So, I just did that because of what I was experiencing. And I realized, you know what? I could actually help some people based on what I'm going through and some of the things that I've done to process grief. So I've
Mhm. Mhm.
incorporated some of my personal feelings along with some professional things that I've learned in my career that can help people heal. And you know what's funny? There's someone that I've met right here on YouTube. She had just experienced losing, well, the passing of a loved one. And she went to therapy and she said she didn't really receive help from the therapy. So I give her my playlist, but this is before I even knew she went to therapy. And I said, "Here, I don't know, but this is what I did. I don't know if it might help you, but here it is." And she said, "Wow, thank you so much. Your playlist has helped me more than therapy." And
Mhm.
it just touched me so deeply to know that when I was doing that, I put it out with the energy of helping others and sharing with others. And to think that that helped her, it just made me feel grateful just to be able to touch one person with the work that I do. It just meant so much. I felt rewarded. It was like
Mhm.
better than money. Such a
Mm.
blessing.
Okay. Okay, I heard that. So, what is the difference between health and wellness? What? I'm not really sure.
Well, for
Boom, boom,
me,
boom.
I think I get what you're saying. Okay. For me, it all, it's different parts of the same tree, different branches on the same tree.
Mhm.
Because when you have health, good health, it's part of your wellness.
Mhm.
And health could be broken down into so many different branches and leads because you have your physical health. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
talking wealth now, which is a part of health. You have your physical health, you have your spiritual health, your mental health, your emotional health, your financial, and all this. That's a whole different topic, but all of that ties into the metaphysics and the physics. Well, the physical and the metaphysical parts of our well-being. But
Mhm.
that's a whole,
There's a
we'll
whole
need
nother.
a whole
There's a whole
different
nother
segment just for
story.
that.
Right.
Yeah,
There's a whole nother segment. Okay,
yeah.
I just wanted you to touch on it because I'm always kind of
Nah,
confused
it's
about what
all the
those.
same. Yeah,
Mhm.
health and
Mhm.
wellness. It comes together. It comes together. My
Right.
opinion,
Mhm.
my understanding of it.
And do you do things on your channel about healthy eating, or do you do some stuff
Well,
about?
um, I encourage people to eat well. Like for
Mhm.
instance, I believe it's on this channel, or maybe it's another channel where I put out some foods that you can eat to heal the heart. If you have
Mhm.
high blood pressure, foods that you can eat to help appease that high blood pressure. On my chakra videos, I did some best foods for the different chakras because, like I said, each chakra is connected to different physical parts of your body.
Mhm.
So I listed different foods that you can eat to heal those different parts of your body. And it all connects back to different ailments you might be going through. Maybe something is wrong with your throat. So I list different foods that you, wait, no, I didn't do that one yet. That's coming up. I'm not sure I did that one yet because I'm up to the throat chakra right now.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
that's where I cover food. I don't like to get into food too much because I'm not a chef, but I would list things that I believe is good for your health. But I'm not going to show you how to cook it or prepare
Right.
it because I'm not. I don't feel like that's my jive. Not yet, anyway.
That's not your thing.
Yeah, at least not yet. I always go with my spirit, with what I'm feeling to share. Check Dr. Destiny for that. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she is a health and nutrition specialist.
Mhm.
My sister in truth. She goes into breaking down the nutrition of the food and how it works and how it affects our body. Oh my gosh, such wealth of knowledge.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this, the conversation about why African Americans should go to Africa. First of all, okay, first of all, should we even should we even call ourselves African Americans? What is your opinion on that?
My opinion is take back your power, my people.
Mm,
And when I say my people, this goes to any race. It's my belief and my understanding based on research and things that I've understand from our history that these labels and these names were given for the purpose of segregation and separation and empowerment for one particular group of people. And when I say one particular group, it might not be race, it just might be economical group of people,
hmm
if that makes sense to you, if you follow what I'm saying. So I say, if you want to call yourself an African American, Call yourself an African American. If you want to call yourself an African, call yourself an African. If you want to call yourself black, call yourself black,
Mm, mhm.
brown, whatever you subscribe to, but understand what you're subscribing to, do your research, and empower yourself. Don't let it be because, oh, you were just born into it and that's what they say, and then you just go with it. Question things,
Mm,
empower yourself with knowledge, and then apply that knowledge. Because when you empower yourself and you have that knowledge, there's no stopping you. There's no stopping your strength and your knowing and your self confidence and your knowing who you are.
mhm.
So I say to each his own. I don't judge. Call yourself what you may. It's up to you, but understand the powers behind words and behind history and the reasons for things being as they are.
Mm, mhm, mhm. The reason why I asked you that question is because I know quite a few Africans, and I was told you're not African, you are American. So, hearing that is like, I don't really know how to answer that because we did originate from Africa. We didn't get here, you know, well, actually, let me rewind because there were Africans in America before Columbus. So and you can see that in some of the I don't know how to say this, in some of the, I guess you would say, Hispanic population, because we do have Black Spanish people. And
Absolutely.
and then
Mm,
also some of the heads, they get like the big Aztec heads, uh,
mm-hmm.
they have African features because Africans did travel to America a long time before Columbus. However, um, a lot of us did get here because of the Atlantic slave trade. So I had to correct myself, but a lot of us did get here because of the Atlantic slave trade. Of course, my ancestors did come here because of the Atlantic slave trade. So when I had several of my African friends tell me, "You are not African, you're American," and I kind of didn't know how to um, how to answer that because I understand that they are from you know different countries in Africa and they do view us
Mm-hmm.
differently.
Mm,
So yeah, they do they do view us as Americans. When we go over there, and I say that also because my sister had married a Nigerian man, and her children truly are African American because her husband's African and she's American. So
that's putting it literally.
I mean, it's literally, my
Yes.
niece and nephew are literally, they can really say, I'm African American, I'm Nigerian and American. So they can really say, I'm African American. So that's why I put that question. That's why I put that question out to you. So why do you think, or do you think, I don't know, I don't know, do you think we as Black people, African Americans, whatever, Negro people should visit Africa?
Gotcha. So I'm hearing two questions. I'm hearing that second question in regards to should we visit Africa, and I'm also hearing the question of um the name. Sorry, not the name African American, but the fact that they told you
Hmm.
you're not African. So
Hmm.
I just want to. I don't know if it's a question to answer, but I just want
That's
to.
not really a question. I was just kind of
Yeah.
stating what happened to me. When
Okay.
I say that, African
Gotcha.
American, it's not really a question. It's just kind of
Okay.
just a story. What
Well, you
happened
know
to
what?
me?
First off, kudos to you for empowering yourself with knowledge because you were in a situation and you didn't know how to respond. But I bet
Mhm.
if somebody else says that to you, you know how to respond now because you're equipped with the knowledge
Mhm.
and the self empowerment, right?
Mhm.
So here's what I would say to that. I understand why a lot of us think that we're different. That
Mhm.
was not by accident. That was done on purpose. But if we could forget about geographical location of where we all are right now.
Mhm.
We're we're all over this planet and we've traveled the world
Mhm.
before the slave trade. That's why some
Mhm.
of us were here. We were everywhere,
Mhm.
right? So I'm saying that to say if we look at the source, right? As far as we know, as far as we understand, life came from Africa. Life started in Africa. So that says one source to me.
Mhm.
Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Let's say we didn't even travel the world before the slave trade. Let's say all of us came on the slave ship
Mhm.
and some of us were left at home in Africa. That same slave ship or slave ships that took people, took us out, took our ancestors out of the land of Africa. It drops some of it, maybe drop your mother in Jamaica. Maybe it
Mhm.
drop your father in America. Maybe drop your aunties in Guyana. Maybe drop your uncles in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? That's all one family separated. So
Mhm.
I'm just saying that to say, and then you have some family that were at home as well. Back in Africa, that's a whole generation of people separated. And then years later, we have slavery, we have people multiplying, you're making babies, you're making children. And I'm saying this to say that now we're here, but we are the children of those people,
Mhm.
just in different part of the world. So we all came from that one source. It doesn't matter what language you speak now. It doesn't matter what patois or slang or whatever you use. We all came from that one source. And I believe the sooner that we understand that, and we really hone in, like, just don't just read history books and just read it without really thinking. Like, think as you're reading, does this make sense? Because not every history book is giving you facts or
Mhm.
giving you the full facts or the full, well, I don't want to say truth because truth and facts is two different things, as we know, right?
Mhm.
The fact is the fact. The truth could be opinionated. Like, your truth could be different from my truth, if you
Mhm.
follow what I'm saying. So we have to start seeing ourselves as one and understand that the separation that we might feel because we're from different lands supposedly, or we're living on different lands now, I should say, it doesn't mean that we're different.
Mhm.
Even if we might have different facial features because of different location or different genetic changes that we've been through, the sooner that we see that we're one, the sooner we can understand you ain't no different from me, sister girl.
Mhm.
We're all the same. Same four parents. And that goes to all races. Because if we all came from the same source, some evolution must have happened. And I'm not going to go into that because
Right.
I was here, but I don't have the memory of how that evolution happened. So there's different theories on that. And I'm not going to get into that.
Mhm.
That's a whole different whatever. But we're one.
Mhm.
And I just would love for all of us to just see that oneness.
Mhm.
See that oneness. I think it's beautiful and powerful. So, your question again, right, in regards
Yeah.
to should we go to Africa? I believe if you believe that you have a calling or a reason to go to Africa, then you should go.
Mhm.
And if you believe that you don't need to go to Africa or whatever you're feeling inside, you have to look within. If you feel like, okay, let's go on, I don't want to go to Africa. I got nothing to do with Africa. Africa's not my home. Or
Mm.
you look down
Yeah.
upon Africa, or you look down upon people that are from Africa
Mhm.
or from
Mhm.
Haiti. Because I know these things exist. You look at them a certain
Mhm.
way, you generalize, you stereotype. You have to start looking within yourself, and that's why.
Mhm.
Start opening up your heart space to love unconditionally. Forget everything that you've learned or that you've come to understand about the people that are not like you, the people that are different, supposedly, people of different cultures. Start asking yourself, okay, why wouldn't I want to go there? What is it about this country or these people that I want nothing to do with?
Mhm.
And when you start searching yourself and then you start doing research, follow certain people. And if you want, I could give you a list of different scholars that are very near and dear to the truth of the cultures of our people. And there's so many different cultures in Africa. You could get blown away by how many
Mhm.
different cultures and societies there are. But yet it's one. It all came from one source, but
Mhm.
just different branches, different leaves. I could give you a list and you could put it in the description box to help people, give some guidance to people they could look to, like scholars that have done
Mhm.
the research and can bring truth and facts.
Right.
So I'm saying that now to say, just look within you. Why don't you want to go?
Mhm.
If there's something that might be programming you to not want to go, is there something that they might not want you to see? Ask yourself those questions. Why are they separating you from where you came from?
Mhm.
Your ancestral birthplace. Do you have some rights there that you were disenfranchised from because of what happened throughout the history of
Mhm.
your ancestors? If you don't understand what you've lost, or if you don't understand where your people have come from, where your people have come from, what they've gone through, what was there, and what needs to be restored, then you out here not even knowing what you should be working towards.
Mhm.
If you don't know who you were, you may not understand who you are, and better yet, you may not understand the power of who you could be.
Wow. What? What? That was, oh my gosh, say that again. Say that again. It's
If
just like a
you,
boop, light bulb. Go ahead.
all right, I'll say it again. If you do not understand who you were,
Mhm.
who your ancestors were, what you had spiritually and physically, your knowledge, your wealth, it may not help you to understand who you are now. A lot of us are walking around confused. We don't know who we are. And this
Mhm.
doesn't apply to everyone. And if you don't know who you are now and who you were, you may not understand who you could become.
Wow. That's deep. That was really deep.
Let's breathe on that. When we say something deep, we breathe it in.
Okay, let's breathe, y'all.
Let's breathe that in. Yep. Understand who you could become.
See, that just blew my mind. What you just said is like, what? That just, woo, you got me on that one. I gotta clap. I
We need some
gotta,
sound effects up in here. Oh my God. You got me thinking about that song now. It took me a while to get me here. Let me blow your mind. Something
she,
like
she
that.
just, she just blew my mind with that statement. I was like, I had to tell her, say it again. What? Say it again. Ah, wow. She got deep on that. She got real deep.
Yeah, listen, sister, I'm here to share the truth as I see it. No disrespect to anyone. I just have to share my truth and it's either received or not received. And I'm okay with it either way. I'm okay with it.
Mhm.
Um, so let's go to the other side of that, right? Why you should go to Africa or why you want to go to Africa.
Mhm.
If you feel that call within you, maybe it's your genetics calling you, and your genetics is really your ancestors, your memory. Something is evoking in you to say, hey, I want to go to Africa. And I encourage you, if you're going to take that trip, have purpose behind it. Don't just go, oh, I want to tour, I want to see the pyramids. Forget all that.
Mhm.
Have a deeper purpose. You're there to make connections, you're there to make power moves. You want to
Okay,
think
go.
business?
Let's dive deep into what you mean
All
by
right.
that. Let's do a deep dive. What
All
you
right.
mean by
Deep
that?
dive.
Go ahead.
All right. Back me up. Deep dive
Okay.
into what, because I said a few things. Tell me where you want to go.
Where you said have a purpose when you go to Africa, not just be a tourist. Let's deep dive into what you mean by that.
Okay. I'm giving this suggestion because I don't like to tell people what to do. This is your life. You are
Mhm.
the highest authority on your life.
Mhm.
But it's my suggestion because I believe we're all here for a divine, unique purpose. And if your soul is calling you to make moves and to do something, like for instance, we're talking about going to Africa right now,
Mhm.
it's for a divine purpose. So you want to tap in to that energy and to find out what the deeper purpose behind this is. At first, you might just say, "Oh, I want to behold the pyramids," or whatever it is. But go deeper. You're not just here to be a tourist. You're
Mm.
not just here to be a spectator in life. You're here to participate. Get in the arena. Step in there. Start making connections and contacts. How can I be of impact when I go to Africa? Who can I connect with to build our community back, to
Mhm.
build society, to gain more knowledge and to share that knowledge and to bring unity, not just to our people, but unity to the world?
Mhm.
That's what I mean when I say have deeper purpose. It might be business connections. It just might be bringing back people's memory of who we are. It just might be bringing love, bringing unity, bringing the awareness of oneness. It might be astrology, whatever it is, whatever your purpose is, whether it's science, whether it's business, whether it's love, what is just connecting. Find that out. Don't just go as a tourist. You're deeper than that.
I don't know that I am.
I know that you are, sister. I know that you are, soul sister.
I'm just saying, I can be shallow.
Trust me, if you were shallow, you won't be here. You would not be here right now.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling the truth. Janine can be shallow.
Oh my God. I'm not saying don't have fun. Have fun. We have to enjoy life and live
Yeah,
it.
of
Have
course.
fun, but you know,
I
go with
might
the
just want to
purpose.
go shopping when I get there and bring some clothes home.
Oh, definitely. That's a must. Shoot.
Because I
That is
love
a must.
I love African styles and see see I want to try to get up in this chair again. I got up early, I almost fell trying to show Charlene what I was wearing. Hold up, hold up. Let me try to show you guys what I'm wearing. I hope I don't fall. Wait a minute. Oh Lord, hold on.
Ooh, that, wait a minute.
I do not want to fall out of this chair. Hold on. Okay, I don't know. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. Hold on, let me pull it. Let me
We
see.
see you, beautiful. I see you.
I don't know if you guys see this outfit. I'm jumping. Hey, I'm jumping like a Maasai warrior. So I don't know if you guys could see that, but I just love African prints and styles, uh, clothing wise. So not just to because I really do want to. I personally want to go. My sister took her kids to Nigeria to meet their family. I don't know what
Wow.
year that was. They were grown by then, and that was their first time going to Nigeria. And they came back with such wonderful stories. It's like, oh man, I got to do that. I need to go. So that's why I was like, I love the jump. I felt I felt like I was watching the nature show in Africa. Okay.
Oh my God, that is so wonderful. I cannot. I'm looking forward to going. I'm so,
Yeah,
and
what
I
part?
don't just want to go to one country. I want to explore different, like honestly, I would love to have like a whole year or two just
Oh wow.
going to different countries. Like just take my family up and just live in different places. Like Let the world be your education. Forget the 9 to 5 school thing, or whatever time
Mm,
they go to school. Not 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like, let's
right.
have an untraditional education. Let's be educated in the real world. I was telling my son that today. I just want to,
Hmm.
you know, travel, meet different cultures, different people. Tune in.
I get it. You know what? You and me are here. We're here. You and I are
All
here
right now.
on that. I feel you on that. Uh, what was it? Girl, I got my mind all jingled up, jumping around. I'm trying to think.
You know what? Why don't you take a minute just to um say hello to your folks in the chat?
Oh, I've been typing while I'm talking to you. When I'm looking
Oh, you're
down,
multitasking. Go
yeah,
ahead, girl.
yeah. When I'm looking down, I'm typing. So for you guys who just joined, this is my guest, Charline Heal, and she is a YouTuber. Well, she's a content creator because she's also on Instagram. So you need to get over to her channel on YouTube and Instagram just to see what she's about. Like I was her introduction when I introduced her. I mean, this sister here is just um, this sister here. She just really has a lot of really great things to say, and I really think you should check her channel out. And but anyways, I'm sorry.
Multitasking again.
Yeah.
I'm also on TikTok.
Oh, you're on TikTok. I didn't know that.
Tiki tiki tiki
Cool.
tock tock tock.
And it's all Charlene Hill, correct?
Yeah, Charlene Heal. Yes.
Yeah, and I like how you spell like you healing somebody. Heal. Charlene
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this name Heal came, not to get off topic, but it was like a divine thing.
Mhm.
I just started out with Charlene,
Mhm.
and it was hard to find me with that name because of different people being under that name. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm talking about healing because I always feel like there's so much healing that's needed in the world. And I was like, how does Charlene heal? And as soon as I did that, my channel just started growing.
What country are you from? Because I definitely hear an accent.
Oh, I am from Guyana. That's in South America between Brazil, Venezuela, and Suriname.
Mhm. And how did you get to come to America?
Coming to America. I came here through my uncle. He had
Mhm.
to do like an application and stuff, and he sent for us. When I say us, I mean my mom and my siblings.
Okay. And you live in Philadelphia?
No, no, no. Right now I'm in New Jersey. I was living in New York. I'm in New Jersey now.
Okay. Okay. So is there a large community of people from you say Guyana?
In this area, not really. Maybe on the other side, like I met just a few people. There's mostly people that were born in America in this area.
Mhm.
But in New York, there was a lot of people from the Caribbean, different parts of the Caribbean.
Mhm. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it up to questions. Does anybody have a question for Charlene? I'm just waiting. I'm gonna put some music on while I'm waiting. Okay, guys, it's time to ask some questions if you have any. Okay, okay. Geeky Girl said when you were saying that uh, kids need to have a real life education. Geeky Girl Journal says that happened for my kids during COVID. It was time for life lessons. Okay.
That's great.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else that you want to ask?
Of course not. I was so thorough. There's no questions.
Oh, there's gotta be questions. There has to be. Okay.
In the
That's
meantime, feel free to connect to my business channel, y'all. Only if the content speaks to you. Check out the video that I did that talks about what that channel is about. And at this point, I kind of expanded a little bit to spirituality and wealth because I realized there's a gap between feeling spiritual and allowing physical financial wealth to come into your life. So part of my purpose on that channel is to bridge that gap and get people to feel comfortable being wealthy, rich, and spiritual. So it's called Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. On that channel as well, I like to speak about different businesses that are conscious, that are doing for the earth, and opportunities to help us all earn income, make money, live better. So it's a mindset type of channel with opportunities to share businesses. So if you
Hmm.
have a business out there that's conscious or gives the opportunity to earn income, contact me over there. It's in the chat. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities.
Okay, that's good. So Veronica, my sister's on here. Do you have a question that you want to? Okay, I am Betty J. Gathers. I truly believe my ancestors do talk to me. When do yours speak to you?
Oh my gosh. Is that a question for both of us or
That's to you.
okay? Wow, Betty, that's deep and that's beautiful. I feel like my ancestors speak to me almost all the time, depending on what I need. Like when I'm slacking in my discipline, I sometimes hear my grandmother say, "Come on, Charlene, you can do better than that. Pull yourself together." I sometimes hear my father. And it might sound weird, but it just comes in such a natural way. It's like a part of me. It's like
Hmm.
me speaking to myself, but almost like I'm feeling their energy.
Hmm.
Sometimes when I'm dancing, I
Mm,
could feel different ancestors. Sometimes it might be my uncle, depending on the music that I'm listening to. He recently passed. So if I'm
mm,
listening to Barry Hammond or something, like I feel his energy. If I'm listening to like music from the 90s, I'll feel my cousin's energy who love to dance. And, it gives me a certain energy like, oh my gosh, like a joy, because he has so much joy and spark. So it happens all the time almost. All the time almost.
well, a lot of times for me, I feel the presence of a friend of mine named Ali Awuse. And Ali Awuse was an African drummer, and he used to be original member of the Black Panther Party. And
Oh wow.
yeah, he died in 2003. And I used to do African storytelling, and he would be my drummer. So sometimes when I hear like African drumming or African rhythms, I definitely feel his presence, because
Wow.
that's what he did. And he first thing he taught me was the drum represents the heartbeat of the infant in the mother's womb. That was the first thing he taught me. So when I hear like African drumming, it's like, it really, I feel very connected to him. So that's so I c- we weren't related, but I feel his presence a lot when I listen to African
Wow.
music, because that was a big part of his life, African drumming. So okay, I am Betty J. Gathers. Yes, when I need answers, they always speak to me and sing
Hmm.
to me songs when I was a child. Yes, it is so natural. You can feel the energy. Okay.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Like even like in the trees, you can sense and feel and even see. For some people, this might sound weird, especially if you're not into nature or if you're not a tree lover or you just don't tune into the energies and the vibe of the trees.
Hmm.
I feel like I might have a special connection with trees. There's a tree in my backyard that, and it's so funny, like, because sometimes I like to confirm things. I was seeing and feeling, and I don't even know how to express it, but the energy of a beautiful neighbor that I had. She was like a grandmother to me growing up as a child. And at that time, and it was just so beautiful the way the wind was blowing the leaves. And it's almost like I could see the outline of her face or something. And it was just beautiful. So what I did, I was speaking to my sisters or one of my sisters, and I said, I felt Auntie Stella's energy. And they're like, oh my gosh, me too. So I was like, oh, she really was there. Her energy was there because for both of us to feel it around the same time, it just tells me, okay, it was real. Because I kind of was like, is this for real? But it really was. So there's just another way that energies can speak to you.
Okay, I got two questions. These might be kind of involved, but we got time. Who, okay, first of all, three. First of all, what do you do for a living?
Oh, me, I am an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, my focus is not only expanding my online businesses, I have a staffing company that I'm also working to get more established and to bring in more clients and just to help more people land jobs, even though I don't really like jobs. And I'm saying that to say I have to be honest with myself. Part of my purpose with that staffing company is to bring about change to the work environment. I believe that people should have more time at home with family to nurture. I'm tired of hearing people say they don't really have time to take care of their children. They're just trying to
Mm-hmm.
make ends meet to put food on the table. I want to bring a change to that. I want to bring balance to the work life experience where people can maybe work from home more or work at a place that has room for creativity and joy and family life. It's still a process that I'm working on and thinking through of okay, what more do I want to bring to that and to bring that to life and invoke it. Um, and that's the staffing company. And right now I'm about to, because I'm into health and wellness. I'm a certified breathologist, and what I'm working on doing is creating a breathing circle, a breathing environment for us to come together and breathe and heal. So I'm going to be creating courses where people can come and heal and be coached through me. I want to do mindset coaching for people. So I'm in the process right now of setting up my coaching company.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the coaching company as of right now, I believe that's my biggest home, if you know what I mean. Like you could have other stuff going on, but I feel like that's my biggest calling right now to be nurturing and to be a source of light, a beacon of light to help others to shift their mind to where it needs to be. Not from my perspective, but from them to empower them to be where they need to be in their life so that they could recognize their purpose on this
Mm-hmm.
planet. And with that, I want to incorporate the breathing techniques, movement. I want to incorporate, you know, theoretical different tools that people can use to release stress, to heal. And I also want to bring a little bit of herbal healing. And that's where I'm going to bring other people on board because you should stick to what you're not only what you're good at, but what you feel most called to.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I know about little herbs and stuff, because my dad, I like to call him the herbal doctor. He used to like help people heal naturally with different herbs he would put together. Like for instance, my mom had fibroids, and they
Mm-hmm.
said she had to do surgery, and he said no. He did some concoction, whatever he did, it was gone. She went back, and it was gone, never came back.
Wow, that's good.
So yeah, he was a healer with plants. And I don't know if that's my skill yet, or at least I didn't grow into it, but I know enough to just help people. And I want to bring in more people into my community that I can refer people to and just have them go to that person for that. Because I just want to focus on where I feel the most call to and where I feel joy and where I feel, okay, this is me, you know. So I want to do some dancing and some breathing and just freestyle flow, bring in energy and just empowerment. Oh my God, I'm lighting up just thinking about it. It's like I just see myself doing it, just giving that energy. So that's what I do for a living.
What is your how many children do you have, and what is your parenting style?
Who's asking that question?
I'm
Why you want to
asking.
know? Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, why you want to know my business? And I'm happy to share. Okay, I have three boys, ages 11, 6, and 3. And they're all
Mhm,
gonna have birthdays November and December. So my parenting style is nurturing, encouraging. I like to allow my children to come to me if they feel like there's something that they want to share. Some people think that I'm too soft and I need to be more stern. And I get that sometimes I need to be a little more stern, but I don't know, there's something in me that feels like, and don't get me wrong, I do yell sometimes. I'm not a perfect mom,
mhm,
but I try and I always correct. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, oh, I'm the perfect mom and I do everything right. No, I don't. I mess up.
mhm,
And what I love about me is when I do something that I feel in my spirit is wrong. Like, for instance, like yell, like, oh my gosh, you know what? I am so sorry. I should not yell. Because when you yell at a child, you put a fear in them.
mhm,
And I don't like to do that because when you create fear in people, it affects them in a physical way and also mental way. And I don't want to instill fear in my children because a lot of us grew up with the fact that, okay, for children to respect you, they must fear you. And they
mhm,
fear you through yelling or punishments and all that stuff. So I really don't subscribe to that punishment thing. And I'm not saying that I never punished my children or put them on timeout or stuff. I've done that, but I'm learning and I'm feeling like, you know what? I don't feel like that's right. I feel like that's based off of a slavery system. And it's the
mm,
same way that the prison system is work. You do something wrong, you go to jail.
mhm,
What I like to do now, what I'm learning to do is sit with my children and speak through it.
mhm,
Like, okay, do you understand what you've done? And do you understand why that's not okay? I want to know why you did that. As much as they can reason, because, they're a different age and level of understanding, but I try to reason with them. Like, that wasn't okay. And this is why it wasn't okay. Do you
mhm,
understand? And I would let them know, you know what? It's okay to make mistakes. We're going to
mhm,
screw up. But I don't say that. But you're going to make mistakes and it's okay. Don't be afraid. If you've done something that is supposedly wrong, own up to it. Like I'm working with my 3 years wise one with that because he likes to say, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I'm like, no,
mhm,
no, no, no. It's okay, baby. You're not going to get in trouble. Speak your truth. If you did it, own it. He hasn't gotten there yet. So I'm working with him on that. And my husband is the one that brought that to my attention. And I didn't notice, and now I'm noticing. I'm like, okay, I'm honing in on this. I'm honing in on it. But I really don't subscribe to the punishment thing of dealing with things. And trust me, it's a process, and it could get frustrating sometimes and hard. But I realize I'm breaking chains, and you don't just break chains with one hammer or one knock. You got to keep banging at it until it breaks. So
mhm,
I got my work cut out for me. But you know what? I reinforce my strength with my meditation, my prayers, my mudras, or whatever it is that I can do to keep myself going. And I realize sometimes when you come at children a certain way, they feel attacked.
mhm,
And I realized that with my eldest the other day, I was speaking to him and he reacted a certain way. And I said, calm down, son. I'm not your enemy. I'm not arguing with you. I'm reasoning with you. Let's talk. Let's understand what's happening here. And I'm going into communication, and that's something that I want to cover as well, the way we communicate with each other. It's
mhm,
so important. So I try to speak with love and just for them to understand I'm not against you.
mhm,
I'm here to guide you. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. But if I see something that might be dangerous for you, it's my job to point it out
mhm.
and show you the facts. So I guess in a nutshell, that's my parenting style. It's a work
Oh,
in progress.
mhm.
It's a work in progress. Yeah.
Pretoria Afro asked, When I travel to any part of Africa, Ghana, South Africa, how do I know if people truly like me or are they pretending because I am American? I don't know how to answer that question.
I think I know what you mean because when people hear American, they think riches and they're just
Mhm,
with you because they want to get some of your money. But let me tell you the truth. You probably are going to run into a lot of people like that are just going to be in your energy because they want what you can give them.
mhm,
But here's what I suggest: get into a community of people that are spiritual, that are with purpose, that are Afrocentric, that and when I say Afrocentric and spiritual, they don't have to look like you to be spiritual or Afrocentric or understand truth or
mhm,
understand facts, right? Look at the spirit. And if you don't know how to do that, you need to tune into your own energy, tune into your vibration, because automatically you know how to sense things out of people. And sometimes you just need to be quiet to feel that energy and to sense that. So you will know. And before you go, pray and meditate about who you will attract. Because remember, you live in a world of energy where you attract. So
mhm,
don't even think about those kind of people. Let that fear go and just focus on the experience that you want to have and what you want to attract around you. And it will
mhm,
happen.
mhm.
You
Well,
manifest, you create your own world. So just be on guard, but don't
mhm.
encourage that.
Well,
Bible to try.
the other
Oh,
thing I would say, I'm sorry, go ahead. I interrupted you.
no, I'm done. I'm done.
The other thing I would say, I know there are a lot of Black expat groups over there that you can look in. I know you're just going to visit, but particularly in Ghana, there's a lot of Black Americans that moved over there, and they had this thing in I think it was 2019. Uh, what was that? A whole bunch of people went to Ghana. Um,
Hmm.
what is that? Back to go or back to Ghana? Or let's see, I'm gonna look. Or was that 2018? Year of Return. Yeah, that you can look that up on YouTube. That was really good. They had this thing called Year of Return on
Mm,
and they were encouraging the government, the president or the prime minister. I don't know if he's president or prime minister of Ghana was encouraging our people who live in
hmm.
America
Oh
for
yeah, to
yeah
come for the double
to
visa. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right right
Dual citizenship, I mean. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So they did this big thing called Year of Return. That was in 2018. But there are a lot of us that have left America and live in Ghana. So you can
Mm,
check out those groups before you even go. Look it up online. See, Black expats Ghana or African Americans that move to Ghana and find out who these people are and contact them. And they will actually tell you, okay, this is where you should go, this is where you shouldn't go, and they
hmm.
they will help you with your journey. That's my best advice.
Yeah. And you see, going just a little deeper, like all that, when people, like, I don't judge that. Like, when people just want to be in your company because of what you can give them,
Mhm.
I feel like I understand it. It's all a mindset thing and it's all programming. And it hurts sometimes because I'm like, God, nobody should be living in poverty where they feel like they need to rob somebody else or to cheat somebody else or to scam somebody else to get some money out of them. Everybody should be set. Everyone should
Mhm.
be living prosperously. And you might want to make that a part of your purpose of why you're going to Ghana or why you're like doing whatever you're doing. Make
Mhm.
that a part of your purpose if you feel called to it. You
Mhm.
know, it's really heartbreaking.
Mhm. Okay, does anybody have any more questions? Because I'm going to ask her one more question and then close it out. So if you have a question to ask her, go ahead. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, so the last question: what brings you joy? What does Charlene Heal? What gives you joy?
That's a beautiful question. Gosh, it's almost like so many things bring me joy.
Hmm.
Being out in nature, playing with my children, watching a goofy show, just being silly, dancing, sharing content, helping others. Oh my gosh. I have an extensive list of what bring me joy. I think part of my name is joy. Like being here right now, sharing with you, vibing with you, meeting new people, having new experiences, which I'm craving right now. I think after that shutdown, that pandemic, I think a lot of us are low. My fun meter, I call it my fun meter. It's kind of low right now. I need to
Hmm.
amp it up. I'm ready for some fun and exploring. I just like to do new fun things. I'm a Leo born, so the outgoing stuff, being outdoors, all that kind of stuff brings me joy. Just vibing with people. Sometimes just being by myself. I totally enjoy that. That brings me joy. And being
Okay,
quiet.
being quiet. Yeah, yeah, I get that. Okay, so Charlene, I just want to thank you again for joining me tonight. If you haven't checked out Charlene's YouTube channels, please, I encourage you, strongly encourage that you check this sister out. And I thank you so much for, woo, girl. I thank you so much for just taking the time out to come on my channel. Charlene's blowing up. She's gonna be monetized soon. She's blowing up, and I haven't even gotten to 400. So
You'll get there. You'll
yeah,
get there.
I'm still like 390 subscribers, and I just got that.
Listen, let's celebrate every victory. We celebrate every win. We celebrate every win, every victory. Listen, it's not just the destination, My husband taught me that because I always used to be focused on the goal, like where I want to go, what I want to do.
Hmm.
It's the journey. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process because you'll be looking back soon like, oh, wow. Ah, that happened. This happened. Enjoy the journey. Have fun sharing. Yeah.
And so, again, thank you. Woo! Everybody clap. I'm clapping. I'm clapping. Thank you so much, my dear Charline Hill. God bless. Peace out. Bye
Peace
bye.
out.
I'm gonna end the broadcast.
Thank
Charlene, stay on. I'll
you.
talk to you for a little bit. Don't leave. Bye bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.